state, seeing our AAA credit rating being maintained with only 6 other states in the union, Missourians were very much willing to support us in these endeavors, and that's why their representatives were willing to bring that across the finish line in a supermajority bipartisan fashion. I think bipartisanship can still also be conservative. There are many members of the minority party who believe in fiscal prudence and pragmatism, and I think I'm very proud. I can call the agenda conservative, principled, but productive. Well, after delivering to the governor an extremely bipartisan, comprehensive fix to that issue that was worked on for nearly the entire session, the fact that 3 very hard-working, courageous women in the Senate led the charge on that. All of them, my former House colleagues, who I worked with over here on that issue, 3 women who have lived that issue in their backyards and their districts from the Black Caucus, which I'm happy to stand arm in arm with. I think they need to be consulted by the governor on this as well. And if the governor vetoes this issue, then he owns it, and he has to come up with a solution. So I will challenge him to propose and work with us like we did in the Boeing special session. And you saw that when this governor wants to, he can actually engage with the legislature, be a leader, and get things done in a short period of time. So I think that Senator Maria Chappelle-Nadal, Jamila Nasheed, Kiki Curls, and the other senators have to be part of this discussion. I'll stand with them. I thank them for their leadership.
Millions of dollars in spending lobbying for Medicaid by some of the advocates. The original marketing materials said we had to do this because dish payments were going. Well, dish payments are now extended well into 2017. And I don't believe that dish payments at the federal level are ever going to go away because half the states have not expanded Medicaid. We're not monopoly. We're with half the states who have not done it. Half the states have, half the states have not. So I don't think the financial urgency to do that is going to be there so long as the federal government keeps extending dish. So I think we're show me state for a reason. Show me why it needs to be done.
Ever since I've been here and people before me, related to education, we were never able to move a significant education fix, reform bill with some choice options in it for parents across both chambers. We actually got it across the finish line. That was an historic achievement as well. And the point I would make on both those bills, and what we learned along the way, we needed to build consensus. We needed to collaborate in our own caucus, reaching across the aisle, and reaching across to the Senate. And I think you saw that when we all work together, nothing is unattainable. And so I would put this session up there as one of the better sessions we've seen in a long time, as far as productivity.
And, it's about time that we stop pretending that it's not and playing these political games. Obviously disappointed in the override of the tax cut. We felt like that was it was awfully hypocritical. The first time in dozens of years that we've actually begun to put money into the foundation formula to finally fund our public schools, and then we cut $800 million out of the budget in a couple of years. When are the children of the state going to become the priority over tax cuts for millionaires? I don't have that answer, and until the voters of the state decide that they've had enough, I think that's what we're going to continue. School transfer issue was anything but a fix for the transfers. There were multiple things that could have been done. It did not do that. They put school children at risk. They attempted to destroy public education by putting vouchers on a transfer bill. They used these kids as a wedge to get what they wanted for their own political agenda. And I look forward to the governor vetoing this bill. And I hope that he will, and I think I speak for the majority of my caucus when I say we will stand by him if he does that. And if that means coming back for a special session, well then we'll we'll get a short break from each other because we've been together for a while and we could use a little break, but I'm sure that we would be very... some of the positive things, folks, supermajority in the House and the Senate. We beat paycheck, we beat right to work. Number one priority for the Speaker, Lieutenant Governor, went down in flames. They can no longer keep saying that the way to economic prosperity is on the backs of workers. A huge victory for organized labor, a huge victory for the Democratic Party by keeping those things in check. And we're very proud of that. We're very proud of that. Look, Medicaid expansion helps people in my area. It helps people in all of our members' areas. But I have Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis City. Barnes Jewish Hospital is not going to close. But those small rural hospitals are going to close. Those are the ones that are most at risk. It is not an issue of urban Missourians being just the people on Medicaid. This covers the entire state. It affects more rural areas than it does ours. And for them to say, well, it's not our issue, we don't care about it, these are their constituents they're hurting for. Medicaid expansion polls extremely high. It's just time to get it done. It's time to pass it.
We unfortunately are leaving this session with the same crisis facing our students. It is, we must fix this. We absolutely have to fix this. The Speaker saw an opportunity to take a crisis and spin it for his own purposes, which he's been pushing the vouchers for some time. Our students, our children across the state deserve better.